see the switchbacks straight ahead here as we go up the side, and then up to the peak there is where I think we're heading. Nice. Unless you guys want us to be in the pictures. You know?
Oh yeah, we like everybody.
Yeah. Wow, this is neat here. All right, looks like we cross over a little bridge, a little rock face here.
Yeah.
We're at 8,200 feet right now. I think it's 8,600 is where we need to go for the peak. But as we work our way up, it's been switchbacks for the last mile here. Last bit looks like it's a little rock scramble up with pioneer spirit and courage, which resulted in a vast system of airline transport known as American Airlines. Ah, it's right here. Ooh. As we come up to the top here to take a look, oh wow. 304, 3,400 foot elevation gain from the bottom, from the visitor center all the way to the top of Guadalupe Mountain. Guadalupe Mountain area. This is where we have a couple of big hikes going on. Hopefully time permits for me. It's amazing how fast 2.5 weeks goes. Here we are. The campers here. Go. It's like a nice spot to park. Semi-small parking area, but it's like it gets busy at times. Gonna park right here. Oh, this is RV only. What is this? What is this? Ah, I see. Okay, go up here. Go, another good morning. I'm gonna go ahead and do wow, several to choose from, right? Today was a weird day. I didn't know if I wanted to do Devil's Hall or Guadalupe Peak, or to the right you do I think that's something Howard Peak, something like that up here. I haven't decided yet when I want to do that one, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go 8.4. That's about the much as we did a couple days ago. So here we go. Here's the entrance, and of course the parking area, which is not too bad, decent area. Through all my excitement, I passed the sign right away. Got to go straight here to left versus right. I don't know. I was excited. That's how it works. Got to go this way. All right, today's hike's going to be strenuous all the way up. 2 days ago I did a strenuous one, so I want to see how my body can handle with another one 2 days later. Is it enough rest? We'll see. A little over 4 miles to get up to the top. Already tired. All right, another crossroads here. All right, good morning again. Looks like it's gonna be every half mile. A little video clip. It is strenuous, almost directly up this hill here. There's a parking lot already. Looking small and getting smaller. Looking east. Nice sky today. All right, I think that's Harker Peak on the other side there. That's gonna be an interesting one. See if I'll get a chance to do that one. And we look up here is Guadalupe. There's a trail, and that might just be the connector though. Right over here in the center. Okay, 0.75. And that's it. It looks like for me right now, every quarter mile-ish, I'll take a little break. That was looking, came from looking south to west to north. You see the main highway down there in the right going to Carlsbad from El Paso. So this is the intersection. I came up from there. If you go right here, it takes you down towards Devil's Hall Trail. It's kind of like a bypass. And then if you go up here, you can see, I don't know if you can see the hikers there, is your way up to Guadalupe. Let's see if I can catch a hiker. I think I just missed one. There he is, right there. One coming around the corner with a orange bag. Hello world. Hello future self. We are zooming down into another great hike. And this time we're heading down into heading down into the United States on Texas border on the back to the north view here, going down western Texas, southern New Mexico, and then we'll get down a little bit closer here as we come down to our marker. Again, West Texas, southern New Mexico, and we're heading towards the Guadalupe Mountains National Park. And today's hike is Guadalupe Peak, which is a doozy. This one is high. Ooh, I forgot to put the elevation on. Hang on here. So I'll do, I think it's this way. Yeah. Okay. And then we get a good elevation gain here of 3,400 foot elevation gain from the bottom, from the visitor center all the way to the top of Guadalupe Mountain. I'm going to go ahead and do a couple different views here because this is a stunning terrain. To the left of the screen here, you'll see El Capitan, which is the Permian Reef exposure here. It's one of the largest in the world. And then you can see here we come from the right where we work our way up. It is a steady uphill. Doesn't stop, as you can see from the elevation gain on the bottom here. I forgot what this was called. The elevation imagery of the trail as we zoom, as we work our way up to the top here. Come down a little, up, and then we reach the final peak. And it kind of comes down towards this end here where I kind of went down to the peak here, basically. So you can see here it is hefty. And these people that accomplish this should be very proud. I met a 10-year-old up there, little boy, 10 years old, day hike for him. Up and down in one day. So let's go ahead and do the tour. It'll take us down to the beginning and up to the top. And now that I have my arrows working here, let's see here. Oops, there they are. And as she starts up, you'll see here that it, oops, I'm off a little bit on the trail there, but it's got the gist of it. It goes pretty much uphill, switchbacks all the way up to the top to 8,759 feet to the top. You can see the switching back all the way up. These are peel offs to the right here. Trail intersections right there. They go down back into the valley, into the canyon. Sorry, I keep calling it a valley, but it's a canyon. And then again, we work our way across the, I guess this will be the northern side of the Guadalupe Mountain. Switchbacks all the way. Maybe here you got a little bit of a rest, and then switchbacks all the way back up. Also met a 70, I think he was 76, he said. And he was in excellent shape. Jim, whew, the guy was trucking up these hills like it was nothing. And then again, we switch back all the way up closer to the top. We're about a little over halfway in, 2.5. And then these are probably the most, these switchbacks here, you just, and then you would see the fellow hikers above, up front of you, you know, way up high. They look tiny as they traverse the switchbacks in front of us, in front of me. Yeah, and then we kind of, looks like a plateau, but it doesn't. There's the campsites we just passed, where you can stay up top there. And then right around here, I think is where the horses, they had the, they would tie up the horses up at this spot here. And then we see, at this point, you can see the crest and you can see the top, the summit of the of Guadalupe Mountain. Yeah, and then there we are, overlooking the valley. That's looking, I guess, more West Texas and New Mexico area there. Let's see if I can do this. Oops. See if I can do that. There it is. Yeah, it kind of opens up, and then you just kind of look as far off into the plains as you can, as far as you can see. Impressive hike. A lot of hikers. A lot of people wanting to get to the highest point of Texas. All right, enjoy the hike. Okay, 1 mile. It's been switchbacks, up and backs, just 3, I think. Looking northwest here. I don't see the other hikers on the switchbacks up here, so I mean they've turned a corner. Parking lot down there getting smaller. Okay, 1.5. It's been pretty much uphill from down here. Switchbacks all the way up. I guess I should step back a bit. Trail kind of looks like it's a, I think we're getting ready to go around here and then up again. Okay, I was at the 2 mile mark here, looking north. We're about halfway up to the top to Guadalupe Mountain, making our way there. Don't see the parking lot anymore. It's been gradual switchbacks all the way up. Weather's nice. Okay, here we are. It's only 3.3. It's kind of a gradual. I got a feeling we go up there. We're still about 0.8 left, and I see the switchbacks straight ahead here as we go up the side, and then up to the peak there is where I think we're heading. Nice. All right, here we go. This looks like a nice bridge here. And Everyone's
Oh, am I?
yeah. Why don't we go ahead? I'll go ahead and go across there while you guys take your pictures. Unless you guys want us in
Yeah,
the,
did y'all want pictures? We'll stay out your way.
unless you guys want us to be in the pictures. No.
Oh yeah, we like everybody.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, this is neat here. All right, looks like we cross over a little bridge, a little rock face here.
Yeah.
That we
Trails are in place.
And maybe we can build this nice bridge.
yeah, they spent some time on this one. Look at this. They had to take it down.
Come on, go down and back up. Huh? See that gap?
And they come around this direction.
You have to go over that. Looking over.
Oh wow, there's a nice picture here. Image of that bridge there.
Trees out of there.
Looks good. Yeah, then the fall, this would be all. Okay, hello world, hello future self. Gonna try and get this in before another airliner overhead passes. Since I live near the DCA airport, there's a lot of flight paths going across here. All right, the Guadalupe Trail, strenuous 8.4 mile out and back hike. Beautiful hike, just strenuous, pretty much uphill the whole time. The total is about 8.4 miles round trip, 30,000 elevation gain, 30,000 feet elevation gain. Takes most of the day and it's very challenging, yes. Here's a good little synopsis of it. 1.5, the first 1.5, featuring tight switchbacks, rocky stairs, and full exposure. Yeah, pretty much full exposure. Then the middle of the hike gets a little bit cooler on the north facing slope with some ponderosa pines, Douglas firs. Very nice actually, and a little bit of shade. Sun's on the other side. The final push, passing a false summit. Yes, I would say that it looks like you're getting close to the summit, then all of a sudden you realize, oh, that's not it. And you got to go a little bit higher. So here we go. And then you make it to the summit, stainless steel pyramid marker. That's an interesting marker. You'll see there. Again, everyone, the information that I'm reading from and you are reading and viewing come from sources here on the right that pick up the information. All right, start early, hydration, no dogs allowed, and fees. All right, now I'm going to come over to another search area that I use. It really critical tips for this hike. Water is non-negotiable. I always bring water, of course. And this one's suggesting 4 liters. It's quite a bit. Start early. Yes, very early if you can, especially in the summer. Boy, I bet it gets hot out there. I did mine during the winter time. Protect your knees coming down. It is strenuous coming down. Trekking poles. I didn't use trekking poles on this one for some reason. I felt pretty good, but trekking poles would be advisable. All right, and of course, no pets. Okay, let's continue. A few little tips and tricks that a few little facts from that I was curious about was the term Guadalupe, which is of course a Spanish term. The term Guadalupe was named by the Spanish explorers in honor of Our Lady of Guadalupe. If you're a Catholic, you'll know this, of course, a hardcore Catholic. The Catholic title for the Virgin Mary, who serves as the patroness of Mexico. So I'll show you a picture in a second of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Interesting. And the Spaniards thought it looked like the rock face of, I guess, El Capitan looked like the Lady of Guadalupe. And then, of course, the Spaniards believe in, and hard Catholics believe in images. And the original occupiers, I guess, are the original landowners, Mescalero Apache tribes of the Native Americans, which are the indigenous Indians from the area. Let's see an image of Our Lady of Guadalupe. You can go ahead and read, pause and read that information while I go ahead and show an image of it. This is an actual cool images here. Again, most Catholic religious households have this image someplace, either in statue form or a print form, of course, or painting form. All right, let's see. I'm going to come over here because I found this interesting here about the Lady of Guadalupe. Again, these are more different terms, but I'm trying to get to the definitions of the terms. I'm trying to get to this linguistic root because it looks like Gemini pursued the linguistic term of when I asked. And it has two meanings. Guadalupe comes from Arabic and Latin. Since most of my career was in the linguistic area, I'm an Arabic linguist. Wadi is something that we used quite a bit when I was out in the desert. So here's how it comes about. When the Moors, which are Arabic speaking, occupied parts of Spain, this is before the Spaniards came to the Americas, occupied parts of Spain, they blended their language, Arabic, with the local Latin-based dialects. This created a name, Guadalupe. 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 Think about that. Guadalupe, Guadalupe. Guadalupe, Guadalupe, meaning Valley of the Wolves. That's kind of an interesting historical fact there. Guadalupe, Guadalupe, which means Valley of the Wolves. It originally referred to a river and a famous monastery in Extremadura, Spain. So there you go, the term Guadalupe, Guadalupe, Arabic and Latin mix. All right, enjoy the rest of the hike. All right, I do want to get a picture here. I'm going to end up to the top there. Like I said, it's still 0.8, 0.7, but we're going to make it up there. All right, we're at 8,200 feet right now. I think it's 8,600 is where we need to go for the peak. But as we work our way up, it's been switchbacks for the last mile here. Long switchbacks, but looks like a steady grade. If you look up top, you can see some of the hikers up there. Several people making their way up. We get higher into the 8,300, 400 feet. You see it's more of a, I don't know, I don't want to say granite. Limestone perhaps. We'll have to do a little research on it and see what's at the top here. Steady climb still. Okay, we're about 8,300 feet. Trail runs up that direction. Here we are, where you see this is a distinguishable marker. It's looking east, north, west. We're almost there. The peak's up and around. Here's the looking south right there, El Paso, that direction, and here's the cool Guadalupe Mountain Peak distinguishing figure. I need to figure out what that piece is right there. Look at that. Altitude is pretty high. We're almost there, I think, up and around, and then we'll be there at the peak. Beautiful day. I love these veins here. I want to say quartz, but it has a little bit of a this green, so I want to say serpentine, but we'll find out. Jade, no, not jade. There it is. Another angle, another view. We're looking southeast. Here's I think we're still about 2/10 away, but neat little spot here. Take a look out. See some of the crystals here. As we come up to the top here to take a look, oh wow. Can't believe we're up here. Look at this trail right down here. Amazing views. Working our way up to the top there. This is the little campsite, or yeah, I guess it's campsite. Or do they put up the horses here? Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe they'll put up the horses sitting up top here like this. Crazy, look at this. The other side is at Parker. I'll get that one tomorrow, 2 days from now. Getting up here. The peak is just around the corner here. Gonna make it shortly. Here's our sign, Guadalupe Peak. This last bit looks like it's a little rock scramble up. It's not too bad. Oh, I guess we're getting there. So this is limestone at the peak here. I'm gonna kind of, I guess come up from the west side here. See how it looks there. Come this way here. Ooh. And here's the marker. All right, so this guy is an airman who's the stage drivers before them. He challenged the element through this pass with pioneer spirit and courage, which resulted in a vast system of airline transport known as American Airlines. Ah, this is how they followed the first pass, I guess, when they couldn't fly as high. Pony Express Post Office. I don't know if you can see that there. Let's see what's left here. Oh, American Airlines, yeah. So these are probably the first airline routes that worked their way up here. Just like the top of a reef or a reef area, you have limestone underneath, and that's what it feels like that we're walking on top here. You can feel see the ocean as if I was snorkeling. All right, so we're heading out towards the point here. This is going to look cool on the 3D map, the 3D terrain of the trail. I'm going to move out to that area there, but I'm still scanning here. Look at this. Oh, amazing. Of course, that was just looking southeast, more of a west westerly look. Okay, working our way here. I'm just gonna come up to this point here. Wow, this does look like a little cliff area. It's okay, windy. Whew, cold as well. We'll look down these areas here. Yeah, we are high. Wow, look at that view right there. Amazing. So this group of hikers that made it up to the top as well. As we see the
So we did.
oh wow, well you're here.
The one I'll never do.
There.
What's Everest, I'll never go to Everest.
That's Jim. We hiked with him for about an hour there. From about 6,000 to 7,000 foot level maybe. Yeah, because aren't there like, do I want to say fjords? Or no? Or is that too far?
That's probably up toward in Canada.
Oh, a little farther into Canada.
But
I see.
But no, it's. I mean, you're in like the middle of Maine, but it's right on the ocean. So you're on
Yep.
the forest that's right on the ocean. There's a very famous lighthouse that gets photographed a lot.
Okay, yes.
in the Capitan.
I've seen that, yeah. On pictures, of course.
But no, Maine is gorgeous. Kind of this. New England is kind of interesting because a lot of the coastal states, like Vermont, is landlocked for the most part, other than Lake Champlain. So Vermont is very, very much forest and mountains. But New Hampshire and Maine both are kind of interesting because they have a coast with beaches, and then they have forest, and sometimes the forest goes right up the coast.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's really pretty.
Similar to the Pacific Northwest or different?
Different types of trees, but
Yeah.
similar. And the beaches are still pretty rocky up in that area, but very similar. It does remind me a bit of like some of the how the redwoods. You just leave the forest, and all of a sudden you're at the ocean.
That's cool. I need to spend some time up there too.
I did see that this year they are actually going to open this.
Made it off down Guadalupe Mountain. Tough hike. Let's see what the Siri right now says. What does she say? Siri, cancel. She says 9 miles exactly, 9.03. So that makes it a good day, huh? It's up to the left here, up and around. That's not really Guadalupe Mountain, but it's part of it. Grueling. The 3D image is going to be cool when I watch it.